All right. Hello, everybody. This is Nicole Whitlock with eCom Sellers Academy. And today I am blessed to be able to hang out with Mr. Justin Maynor, who is with Dataspark. And we are going to be talking to all of you about Walmart, selling on Walmart, doing retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, and making some money this Q4 because that is what our focus is. We are in Q4 planning, Q4 strategizing, Q4 preparedness. And so we want to be able to help you, all of you. So please share this out. Share this out on your Facebook page. Share it out to a group. Anyone that is selling on Walmart or is interested in selling on Walmart, and anyone who is looking for help with strategies in selling on Walmart. So I'm gonna give you an example. A lot of us use Keepa. We use Keepa for Amazon. What if you had a tool that was similar to that for your Walmart business? What if you could get started on Walmart before we get into the thick of Q4? And what if you had a tool that could help you do all of the amazing research that Keepa does? So Mr. Justin is going to talk to us about it. So I'm going to actually let him have the floor, introduce himself, and share the amazing information he has to share with all of us. So Justin, the floor is yours.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So happy to be here and really excited to be able to help people figure out how they grow their business even more for this Q4. So yeah, just a little about me. I was at Amazon for 10 years, actually. I started off back in 2009 managing the tools and home improvement marketplace business. So I got to work with some of the top sellers on the Amazon marketplace and help them figure out the right strategies to grow their business and do really well. And we took home improvement to where it was at a 30% growth rate when I started, up to an 80% growth rate. Really figured out a lot of the levers of how to help people just grow a lot. And then I moved onto the 1P side. I managed the pets business. It was kind of this small business nestled within home, and was able to go in and figure out how we really get start getting that thing growing. And it became the fastest growing category in all of the hard lines categories, which is like toys, sports, home improvement. So I had a lot of fun and was able to get it broken out to be its own separate team, so that thing has just been rocking and rolling ever since. That was great. And then I did more of the supply side. I was the in-stock leader for Amazon Canada, and got to see that side. And then I ran programs like Baby Registry, where I had the business, the product, and the tech. And then I was a full technology leader in devices. And so I kind of saw e-commerce from every angle. And a couple of years ago, I left, and a couple of buddies and I were just looking at, like, where's the puck going? What's happening in e-commerce? And we were looking at Walmart and seeing that they're going to be almost $80 billion this year is what they're predicting in revenue. And they've really started to put together all the pieces that you need, the key elements of adding tons of selection, having awesome prices, and this omni-channel stuff that I think is going to be huge over the next 10 years. And so we started seeing that they're just getting all these traffic and customers. They actually have about 55% of the unique visitors as Amazon does. So the top of the funnel is really, really strong. And there's just kind of working on widening it. So we started doing this. We came out to some of these Facebook groups and said, hey, what tools do you guys use for Walmart? And they're like, nothing. There's nobody over here. And so we thought, well, first thing that people need is data. You need to be able to make intelligent decisions, and even the other tools and services that come along typically are built off of some kind of data. And so we thought that's a good place to start. And so that's what we've done. So we've been working on this the last few months. So let me share my screen, and I'll just give you a walkthrough of what we've done.
All right. Awesome sauce. Excited. So I will let you share your screen. And for those who don't know, I know that the banner, the stuff that's on the page is wrong right now. I just noticed that we're talking about Walmart tonight. So if you check your email, we're talking about Walmart, and we are talking about helping you to have an amazing Q4 on Walmart while someone else is calling me. Anyway, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about Walmart today. So I'm going to let him show his screen, and the floor is yours again.
Great. Thank you so much. So yeah, here's kind of the agenda. I did a little introduction. I wanted to start off with our Chrome extension. That's one of the easiest ways to just kind of learn while you browse and show you what you have. So you'll want to go to the Chrome store and just type in Dataspark, and you can get that installed, or you can go to our homepage, and right here we have a link to our Chrome extension. And of course it's free, so you can just follow along as we do that. So, the nice thing is, I was just looking at earlier Frisbee golf sets. You can go to any any page and click on any item. And I was just looking through saying, what are some of the best selling ones here? And this one here, right down here caught my eye because it has so many reviews, 76, and it's more likely to be one of the top sellers. So when you click on that page, you'll see that we've inserted this box here. This is powered by Dataspark. And there's a bunch of bits of information here that it gives you that are going to be really helpful. And one is we have our 30-day sales estimate, 81 units. Now, as far as I know, we are the only ones that have really dug in to figure out how does Walmart work and what information is out there. And of course, we have the rank of sorts. Walmart doesn't make it as nice, as easily accessible as what Amazon does. And so, but we are able to get a 30-day sales rank, around a bunch of different categories and what those and the movement in those. And we're checking these products many times a month, often daily. We were able to get the price. We were able to see the price and the price trends, what that looks like for 30-day price trends. But we were able to also find a bunch of other data points that allowed us to get a pretty solid sales estimate. So we've pulled this up with a bunch of sellers, and of course, we're still no sales estimate is perfect. We've been pulling this up with various sellers, but we've been surprised at how often we pull it up. And somebody will say, "Oh, we say 81," and they'll say, "Oh, well, it's actually more like 85," or we'll say, "Oh, it says 500 a month," and like, well, it's more like 520. So it's been pretty good. And we love feedback. If people look in here and say, no way, send us those examples because we have our data team dig into those and do that. But we're really happy where it comes. So we'll give you both the units and the dollars. And of course, this is just to help you make informed buying decisions. There's really 4 elements we're trying to focus on when we're doing product research. One is what is the demand? 2 is the competition. How big of the slice of the pie, of that demand pie can you get? The 3 is your profitability. And we do that a lot through the pricing trends. And so you can back into, okay, if it's priced this much, here's my cost. And we have some pricing calculators and cost calculators are coming out that'll help you do that even more. And then 4th is the seasonality. What does that look like over time? A couple other things to point out here. We do have a link where you can go to the product page, and we'll do that in just a minute. You can click on this and see it on Amazon. So if you want to compare and see what that looks like. We also have the UPC. Somebody told us that it's really hard to find the UPC on this page. So we just added it there so that if you're having to do any other research in any other program, it's easy to copy and paste out into anything else, as well as the Walmart URL ID. So those are easy to pair up. So those are key things. There's a bunch more coming with our Chrome plugin. So I'd encourage you to install it. We'll have the price charts and things and some really other cool research tools that you can do right on the page. But that's what we have today. So if you click on this, it's going to take you to our product page. And let me just come here. Now, the product page has a lot of information. So this is the same information you saw on the other page, the 30-day sales estimate, the sales rank, the number of sellers, so kind of the level of competition. And also a key piece we show to tell you, because we want you to know the level of competition. And obviously knowing how often Walmart is winning the buy box. How aggressive are they is really important. And sometimes you'll see that they're 100%, sometimes 0%. Often they are in between and they don't win the buy box 100%. And of course, you can come down here and we'll look at the price and the rank trends here. So here you can deselect this. Now, this only has a third-party price, but if it had a Walmart price, you'd also be able to see that on here. And that's going to show you the best third-party price. And of course, the buy box, this is going to be whatever price is in the buy box, which isn't always the lowest third-party price. And we've done a bunch of buy box analysis and can go into that if anybody has questions. And then the rank over time. And so, of course, this is going to help you see, is it selling more? Is it selling less? Are you getting more or less popular? And then we come down here and we have the number of sellers and the review count. Now, one of the things you like to see, which this one doesn't actually have, is you like to see a nice step up in reviews. Each time you get a review, that's usually an indication of at least 20 sales that are happening. And so you can come and see over time, are the reviews going up or not? You can also see the number of sellers. And you see this thing's had as many as 45 sellers. Today it looks like it's around 8 to, what did I have up here? 5. So we've had some drop off. Notice you can download any of this stuff for further analysis into Excel, into just a CSV file, and open any program you want. Now, down here, I think is really nice, especially if you know your competitors. You can see who's winning the buy box on this one. This one is really spread out, has a lot of buy box winners. Many times you'll come and see 1 or 2 people who are winning the buy box. This one has a lot. Tells me a few things. One is you can get access to this product. These guys are all getting access to it somehow. Two, you probably have a good chance of winning if you can find a good price on this thing because it's really distributed. So, and you can click in here and see anybody anyhow. You can do a lot of cool stuff playing with these charts. But one thing I like over here is that you can actually come and see who's winning it at what price. So, if you want to go hunt down what the best price can be, here's where you can do that, and you can figure out who's getting that and maybe do more research to figure out where they might be getting it. So down here, we have the rank across every category. Now, as I mentioned, Walmart doesn't really have the same type of sales estimate, or sorry, excuse me, a sales rank like Amazon does. And so what we've done instead is we've really just shown you everywhere where it lives. And there's a couple of things you can notice here is like, one, it's never shown up in sports and outdoors or toys. Those are grayed out. Those are your top level categories. And it's a really good sign that it's a really top seller if you have a rank up in those ones. Right now, Walmart gives us, we have about 56,000 categories that we're tracking, and they give us the top 1,000 products within each of those categories. So if it doesn't show up in one of those categories, it means it's never been one of the top 1,000, but it has been one of the top 1,000 in recreation. And so you can unclick these guys if you want to see, and you can see exactly what it's looked like over, wait a minute here. Oh, I didn't unclick that one. Just in recreation. And of course, you can click on any of these and see where is the rank and where is it at. And so, of course, the more categories it in, the more exposure it has, the more likely it's to be selling. So that's our product page and what we have today. And again, everything is focused around kind of what is the demand on this product, how much competition is there. You're looking for high demand, low competition products. What is the price on this and the price history, and what does the seasonality look like for this? So that's our product page. You can also get to the product page by going through our search. So just here at the top of every page on Dataspark, you can come in and type in Frisbee golf set like I did on Walmart, and you'll get a similar set of results. But we have a little more information for you just right at your fingertips that you can see on a bunch of items, like what is the offer count, what is the rank, what is the 30-day Walmart, the buy box percentage. So you can see this one here. Walmart dominates this one. They're at 100%. So that may be one that you decide, but you can also see they're the only seller. So they have no competition. Maybe if you were on there and the first seller to compete against them, you actually might get a fair amount of sales. So you can see at a glance a lot of that information. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to ask, are you seeing and finding that a lot of the listings that are out there is very little to no competition?
Yeah. In fact, I did a whole analysis on this. And what I found is because, Walmart in many ways is like Amazon of 10 years ago. And the problem is that many sellers weren't around 10 years ago to see what strategies worked back then. And when I was managing a home improvement business, I remember one of the sellers coming to me and saying, Justin, can you give me a list of every item where Amazon is the only seller? And I'm like, oh, why do you want that? And they said, well, we've learned that Amazon doesn't win the buy box 100% of the time. And so we want to go after those listings. And we know that you can usually get those listings somewhere. And so we go and source all those brands. And I thought, oh, that's an interesting strategy. So I recently analyzed this and I looked at any place where Walmart had a competitive buy box. So there were at least two other sellers selling against them. How often did they lose the buy box? I've got a process running, so I'm not gonna be able to pull that up. And what I found is that in some categories, like cell phones, they lose the buy box like 50% of the time when they're on a competitive buy box. You have others, I think it was like home that was pretty good. Some like grocery, they don't lose the buy box. They lose the buy box about 3% of the time, even when it's the competitive buy box. And so things like grocery, they do really well at. And I can share the analysis if you guys want afterwards. But then what I did, so I calculated the last buy box. Oh yeah, beauty was another great one. Beauty was one of the top ones where they lose the buy box a lot.
Wow. Okay, I was not expecting that. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, surprisingly. So then what I did is I said, okay, now how many listings are there where Walmart is the only seller? And there are tens of thousands of listings. And I said, okay, if Walmart lost the buy box at the same rate on these listings as they did on the competitive listings, how much opportunity is there? So in other words, what's the entitlement if sellers were to go on there and compete directly against Walmart? Yeah. And what I found is it's about $24 million a month of opportunity that's out there for people to list directly against Walmart. So
okay, so can you say that one more time?
Yeah.
One more time.
Yeah. Let me actually see if I can. Pardon me for just. Let me see if I can actually pull up the analysis because I can see that you are interested.
Okay, so I don't know if any of you were really paying attention. I'm just going to go back and recap just a couple of things that he said.
Yeah.
So he is saying that there are several listings where Walmart is the only seller on the listing, and that they have, so that means they have no competition, nobody else is listing. And when other people jump on the listing, then those other people end up getting the buy box over Walmart. That's not true on Amazon. So if you did not catch that, I'm going to tell you you need to rewind this and rewatch it again,
Yeah.
because that should be an indication to you that if you are tired of the high competition that happens, we all know Q4 is coming. It is crazy, insane competition on Amazon, and you want to have an opportunity where you're in a situation where maybe it's just you and Walmart, or it's just you. Like,
Yeah.
I would jump on that all day long. Okay, so go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I'm glad I pulled this up because I was wrong on beauty. I was right on the 24 million. I was wrong on beauty, and I was right on cell phones. But electronics was actually the next best category. So what this number indicates here is when Walmart has a competitive buy box, so at least 3 sellers, Walmart and 2 other sellers at least. Here's how often they lose the buy box in these categories. Electronics, they're losing the buy box about 24% of the time on average. Clothing, 17% of the time. Home, 16%. See, and as I was saying, grocery, they hardly lose it at all. Health, these are really strong categories for them. Patio and garden. So now I look at how many listings are there, how many products are there when Walmart has 0 competition. And here's those numbers. And you'll see it's a total of 879,000, although the majority are in books. But still, electronics, you have about 7,388. And you can find all of these through, kind of through advanced search in our software. So then I said, okay, if you take this, the revenue that's being generated by these ones, and you assume that a seller came up and would see these, if a seller came and listed against these and saw these exact same lost buy box percentages, what is the opportunity? Because against our sales estimates. And here's where you'll see. So there's a $2 million a month. These are monthly numbers. $2 million a month opportunity in electronics to go and compete head against Walmart. Because here's what happens. Walmart, they optimize their listings, right? They drive traffic, they do advertising, and you're not going to usually beat them on price. They don't lose the buy box because of price. I haven't seen many instances of that. They lose it, but for 2 primary reasons. One is they just go out of stock, especially with Q4 coming up. As you know, some things go in, some things go out. So they run out of stock, and whoever's left on there, boom, they get a ton of sales. The second reason is sometimes you can beat them on shipping regionally. Walmart doesn't always offer the great 2-day shipping they're expecting to all parts of the country. And so if you are in a better part of the country where you can ship locally for that 2-day, you'll win the buy box in those areas. And those are some of the key reasons why.
Wow. So when Walmart runs out of stock, I mean, I am going to just I'm going to hammer this home. When they run out of stock, of course, they lose the buy box. But if there's nobody else there to jump on that listing, then of course, when they finally get some stock in, they're running solo again.
Yeah.
So having a tool like this can help you find those listings. For people who are always saying, I don't know what to sell. I don't know what to sell. I have no idea what to sell. Where do I sell? Where do I get the inventory? How much should I sell it for? Blah, 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 blah. There's always a reason why people find to stop doing the thing that can make them money. So clearly selling on Walmart can make you money. And the question becomes, if you grab the tool, how is this tool going to change your life? It's literally going to tell you where Amazon is the only seller on the listing. It's literally going to tell you, okay, here's your opportunities. So it's up to you to act on those opportunities. But if you are ready to have an amazing Q4, you don't want to fight with other sellers where you pull up a listing, there's 85 sellers on the same listing or 200. I've seen that. 210.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I've seen that where there's
sure.
210. I mean, it's probably a hot selling item, I could tell you. But again, having 200 sellers during Q4 on a listing versus having 1 or 2, that's a different story. And the fact that Walmart has already done what they can to help you optimize the listing. So they're out there making sure that your listings show up in Google, as long as you do your part to make sure you're putting good keywords in there. If you're putting crap keywords, because it is Q4, you're probably still going to get a bite. Like I'm telling you, you can still go fishing and get a bite
Yeah.
with a
Yeah.
worm that's just lint. I'm just telling you. So, so I mean, this tool is amazing. So, okay, so let's keep talking about this.
Cool. Yeah. So like I said, you can come from search and find any of these and go to that same detail page and analyze it and find, again, number of sellers, what's the Walmart buy box percentage. You can also find this information in bulk, and this is where it starts to get really fun. If you come up here into our features and go to Category Explorer, it's going to bring you, so again, kind of answering that question of what should I sell? Well, this is, when people ask me that question, this is my number one recommendation, is come to this Category Explorer and just start looking at some of the best selling items in here. So what we have here is every product category, every product group that you have on Walmart. And you can drill down and get to some of these lower level categories. So if you do have categories that you specialize in, that you like to play in, you can find that. If you don't really care, you could just start coming and clicking on this. And there's several things you can do here. One, you can see how many products are in that category. Two, you can click on this and go right to Walmart and see the products that are on Walmart if you want. Three is the one we're going to look at is you click on this bestseller link right here. And what it's going to do is it's going to, I just clicked on outdoor games earlier, but it's going to take you to this bestseller view where there's a lot of really rich information. So again, focusing on the 4 elements of demand, competition, price, and seasonality. So what it's going to show you here is first what the Walmart URL ID is. You can click on that. It'll take you to the Walmart page, the title, and you can click on that and it'll go to the Dataspark product page that we just reviewed. You've got the image, you've got the UPC, and then right here you have the estimated 30-day sales units along with the revenue. Okay, you also have what the rank is, and over on the right-hand side, it has the reference category for that rank and what that's been over the last 30 days, 90 days, 180 days, what the lowest, the highest has been, and how many increases and decreases we've seen over the last 30 days. You also have the ratings and the overall rating, excuse me, and the review count. Now, this right here, again, sales estimates aren't perfect. And this is another good indicator, though, is when you're seeing a lot of reviews, that's a good indicator it's selling something. You don't get reviews without sales, especially the number of recent reviews. If you had a review or a few reviews in the last 30 days, it's a really strong indicator that this thing is moving. Now, you also have, again, going to the competition, we've got 2 things here. What is the offer count and what is the Walmart buy box percentage? So again, if you wanted to be able to find where there's very little competition, just pull up where there's one seller and the Walmart buy box percentage is 100%. That's telling you that Walmart is the only seller on that listing. Then we have the price. Of course, you want to know that with increases and decreases in the last 30 days. If it has a count, the unit of measure. Finally, the brand. The category that it's in, the last price change we've seen and the last updated. Now you can export this. It has the top 1,000 roughly, and you can export it into Excel, do a further analysis, pivoting, sorting, whatever you need to do to help you find the products that you're looking for there.
I absolutely love it. So this is for those people that are like trying to figure out, how do I jump into Q4? How do I get in the game? Like, this tool is going to tell you exactly what to sell. That's like the short version of this conversation. The tool is going to tell you what you should be sourcing and selling because you have very little competition on some of those things. And, there's very few items that are on Walmart that Walmart won't let you sell. There's very few. There are some, but the list is nothing like Amazon when it comes to restricted brands and restricted categories and stuff like that. So the competition is low. We do have a training that kind of covers that and tells you, what to think about, what to consider. So I just want to encourage you all to really take a serious look at selling on Walmart this Q4. We know that Amazon is continuing to go through whatever Amazon is going through. They're making it interesting at times for sellers. They're making it frustrating for sellers. They're making it challenging sometimes, not always, for sellers. And so having that opportunity to be able to sell on another platform where you're not going to have as much competition, where you have the opportunity to, be able to list stuff and not have all of the challenges that you do on Amazon. I don't know. I mean, it's money all day. I say money all day. I actually have a Facebook group called Money All Day, like money all day, especially during Q4. And we know that Walmart is getting a lot of traffic. Unfortunately, we know that the COVID variant Delta is taking over, taking up a lot of space in the universe right now, and it's creating a lot of challenges. So that means that some of the retail traffic is going to be lower than expected. That's already been all over the news that they're anticipating that this Q4 that the retail traffic is going to be lower than they anticipated. And what does that mean for online traffic? That means online traffic is going to go up. If the retail traffic is going down because people are concerned about the variant, then that means that online traffic is going to go up. And if your stuff is not listed, people can't buy what they cannot find. So you need to list your stuff. So the first thing you need to do is you need to learn how to sell on Walmart. You need to get approved to be able to sell on Walmart. Once you get approved to be able to sell on Walmart, this tool is going to help you find those products that people are looking for. So Justin, you said like one of the categories that, there's that Walmart gets the buy box more often than not, and that's grocery, right?
Right.
All right. But does that mean I can't sell in grocery?
Well, no, you can still sell in grocery.
Hello?
Yeah, and yeah, can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Oh, I can hear
Yeah.
you. That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
said.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
hello,
I mean,
guys. That
yeah,
means
yeah.
you
Sorry.
can sell in grocery. So what do we sell in grocery during the holidays? I mean, if you literally just wanted to list all the amazing stuff that you can sell in grocery. I mean, people buy candy canes, they buy all these cake mixes and all like this. It's just bananas. The stuff that
Yeah.
you can sell in grocery. Grocery is a very hot category in addition to toys. We know toys is off the chain, but grocery is still a hot category even on Amazon during Q4 because people are buying replenishables. And we know that if the COVID variant is happening, people will be ordering online. And if they're ordering online, they could be ordering your stuff. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry. You're going to say something.
No, yeah, just one thing not to confuse on this analysis. This is just how competitive it is when you're competing directly against Walmart. Walmart doesn't carry all grocery items. There's a ton of grocery items they don't carry. So there's a thriving 3P business in grocery. Even competing directly head to head against Walmart, you still have this $800,000 a month opportunity if you can go find these top items and sell directly against Walmart. So yeah, plenty. Yeah, and that's the thing about Walmart is there's opportunity everywhere right now. Go find what you're good at, and you can do this. This will help guide you so you don't make some of the worst decisions, or find stuff that's just literally not moving and already is out there, already has plenty of competition, is not moving. So you don't want to do that. But yeah, grocery is a great space to be.
It is a great space because it's a replenishable and people are going to be buying if they're
And I
staying
have to,
in.
yeah,
Go ahead.
I have to smile over this pricing area. You'll see right here, somebody listed this thing, and hey, if they sold one of those, they're doing all right for themselves right now. we see these sometimes. Amazon back in the day would see these types of pricing areas. You don't see them too often anymore, but Walmart still the Wild West. It's not quite as established, and you'll see crazy prices at times.
And here's the deal. That doesn't mean that, at some point Walmart will start to put in processes and procedures in place the same way that Amazon has. We probably, I don't know, I don't control any of this, but my guess is that we're probably at least, 2 to 5 years out before any of this happens. Because again, there's stuff that you got to put in place. There's things that they have to have. The infrastructure has to be there. And so once they get there, then of course you're going to run into, or you're going to be the seller that has to deal with the same things that you deal on Amazon. I'm just saying it is a great idea to diversify. It is a great opportunity to sell on Walmart, especially if they're driving traffic to your listings because they're optimizing it by using Google. They have that partnership with Google. I don't know if any of you remember that they do have a partnership with Google.
Yeah, and I think that's why I'm actually speaking at Prosper, and one of the things that I show there is just the different opportunity. And let me just show you some of these stats here. Walmart is buying a lot of traffic, and so this is shocking that Amazon has about 214 million monthly unique visitors. Walmart 118 million. So in terms of sales, Walmart's a lot smaller than Amazon, but in terms of buying traffic and getting traffic there, they've got that top of the funnel there. at 118 versus 214 million. So yeah, 2x the traffic. But when you look at the number of sellers, Amazon has 1.5 million sellers. This is US marketplace. And Walmart has about 100,000. And so when you do the math on that and say, what is the opportunity per seller? What you come down to is that there's about 8x more opportunity on Walmart than there is on Amazon. Now, the thing is, not confuse that, but Walmart is still the Wild West, and it doesn't work like, it's not like you just go and put your catalog on there and boom, it pops, which is what I addressed in the rest of this presentation. But so you do need to figure out, it's got, the keywords are very different. The buy box, the way it works is different, and there's things you need to know there. The niches and the selection gaps are different, and so it is a different. But if you could go back and tell yourself 10 years ago, hey, should you be selling on Amazon? And your 10-year self ago was thinking, should I be selling on Amazon or not? You'd be telling them, heck yeah, jump on there. That's where the opportunity is. It's a little crazy, it's the Wild West, but there's opportunity there, and you want to be one of the first ones to go and pave the way to figure out that Wild West and grab that land and get those seller, those ratings and reviews under you, and all the history, and you're going to get an oversized portion of land in that Wild West. So yeah, you'd sell on Amazon of 10 years ago. So should you sell on the Walmart of today? Your self of 10 years from now is saying, heck yeah, get on Walmart. It's the place where the puck is going.
Absolutely. So this is what I was going to say, looking at these numbers, even if you have to figure out the whole keywords and the fact that the buy box is different, I get that. Even if you could, let's just say, and we see it on Amazon, it's 143, the opportunity seller per seller. So here's the deal. Even if you got a third or even a quarter, what about 1/6 of the 1,189? Like, that opportunity is still bananas. It's still bananas. It is still lower than any percentage or numbers of sellers that you're going to have to compete with on Amazon, period. End of discussion. So so Amazon is getting a lot of traffic, and Walmart is driving intentionally a lot of traffic. They're definitely coming for Amazon. They're trying to compete, and they're coming for Amazon. They actually kicked eBay out of the number 2 spot for online marketplaces. So now Walmart is number 2 in the online marketplace, and eBay is number 3. For those who don't know, eBay is number 3 right now. And so even if you could get only 1/6 of that traffic, that 1189, if you were horrible at keywords, if you were horrible at titles, you had bad pictures, like, you're still getting more traffic on your listing than you would on Amazon. I would never encourage you to have bad listings or to do really bad at keywords or any of that, but I'm just saying. So if you need help with training, if you want to know what it takes to be a successful Walmart seller, we have an intensive training that you can finish before October. Like, it's done. All you have to do is just start it, and you're ready to go before you even get into Q4. You literally could grab it now and then wrap it up and be done with it before the middle of September. Yeah. So I just want to encourage you guys, grab the training so you know what to do, and then go make a lot of money. People are making a lot of money on Walmart. They just are. Those are just facts.
Yeah. And I think for a lot of people in your group, I think one thing to recall too is when there's a lot of things you could focus on when it comes to e-commerce. And everything from trying to do promotions and optimize your listings and adding new selection and all this stuff. When I led Pets, and we had that same dilemma, like, do I try to focus on promotions? Do I focus on all the relationships with vendors? I don't know. There's just so many things I could do. But I love one of the things that Bezos has said. He said that a lot of times people will come to him and say, hey, what's going to change in the next 10 years? And Bezos says, that's an interesting question, but a far more interesting and probably more important question is what's not going to change in the next 10 years? Because if you can build your business around that, you have a viable business.
There you go.
And so Amazon really built itself on 3 core pillars. And the number one is selection, price, and convenience. But that selection is a key one. And so when I was leading Pets, we obsessed over selection, just add more. And we didn't know what was going to sell. We didn't care what was going to sell. We did, but we just knew that if for every 100 that we added, we're going to find one gem. And that one gem would make it worth all the effort for the 100. versus trying to move much slower and pick that one. And you're going to pick this one, and wrong, get it wrong, and finally get it right. It was much faster, just add. So in many ways, it's a selection game. And so being able to go out there and grab these tools and grab these bulk exports and just like find ways to go and source them in bulk is one winning strategy. And just add selection, add more to your catalog, and suddenly, boom, you're going to find a gem. And it's going to make it all worth it. So selection, I can't overemphasize like how much just adding selection helps grow e-commerce business. Whether you're Amazon, whether you're a seller, it doesn't matter. Selection is so critical for e-commerce.
And this is coming from a person who actually worked for Amazon. Okay.
That's right.
So if there's nothing else that you take away from this session today, from this webinar, at least take that piece of information.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of gold that he is like giving you tonight. Seriously. Let's just keep it honest and keep it 100. He gave you a lot of great info.
So let me show you just a couple of other things that you can do here, and we can go into any of these that you want. We do have an advanced search feature here that you can do where you can pop in any of this stuff. You want to search for, I don't know, the Lego brand and title Star Wars within a certain price point. You can do that. So it allows you to get a little more surgical getting into the Walmart catalog if you have specific things you're looking for. We also have the barcode scanner. This is really nice if you want to just go. I know there's retail arbitrageurs in the group. And so this allows you, these opportunities are really starting to dry up on Amazon is what I tell people. There's still people that do it, still opportunity, but it's not like it used to be, everyone says. And, Walmart's just hitting, they're going to hit about 76 billion this year. And they're getting to where Amazon was, I don't know, what is that, 7-8 years ago or something like that?
Yeah.
And they're getting to where arbitrage really started to take off because of what was Amazon's size and now Walmart's size. And so being able to have this scanner to just go in and, it doesn't really work, probably won't work on here. But you just go and just scan a barcode and there it's going to pop. And there I am.
There you are.
Yeah. It's going to just start giving you all those prices and the information you need to be able to make a decision of whether you should get that or not. We do have an API if you have that. And then one thing, we do have a couple of forms of the API if people need stuff really in bulk. And you can go check out our YouTube channel as well. We've got a bunch of videos on how to use some of this stuff, grabbing it in bulk and pulling it into Excel, doing that stuff. Yeah, what were you going to say?
I'm sorry. I was just going to ask a quick question. So I don't remember because I was probably typing earlier. Can I use this? I'm assuming I can use this on my phone, or can I not use this on my phone?
Yeah, for sure. You can use it on your phone. Yeah, that's how the barcode scanner is intended to be used. It works on most phones. There are a few, I think it's Samsung phones that we're having a problem with. And so we're having to try to work around those. And I don't know, it'll be a little while. Right now, it's a web-based application, and we're going to have to create a native app in order for it to work on those Samsung phones for whatever reason. But for most people, it works. You just, pull it right up on your phone. Go into the store, scan the barcode, and it's going to take you to that product page where you get all that information I showed you around the demand, the competition, the price, and the seasonality of it.
So let me rephrase the question. How much of the features that we're seeing here on the desktop are available in the app?
All of them.
All of them. Okay.
Yeah, we don't have a native app. It's just you're just browsing to dataspark.co on your phone, and we've made everything mobile friendly so that it should work on your phone as well.
Okay, so it's all mobile friendly. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and so the other thing in this resources tab that is interesting to know, if anybody's interested in like real mass arbitrage, we do have an enterprise plan. It is kind of expensive because it's enterprise. But we've basically gone through our entire catalog, matched it up to Walmart to Amazon data, and we built our own proprietary matching process to find more than just like UPC matching that you can't find on your own, to try to find those opportunities. So if there's anybody that's really interested in that, contact me and we can discuss that. The last thing I really want to show you is this My Product List. This is a really powerful feature because you can click on My Product List, and you can come in here and create any custom list that you want, either based on UPCs or the Walmart URL IDs. So this, the most common use case, there's several use cases of this, but the most common one is if you're a wholesaler and somebody's giving you a wholesale catalog, you can pop all those UPCs in here and save it, and you can come back and refer to it as often as you want, but it's going to give you, again, that bestseller view on that whole catalog. And so like, here's some of my Fluval favorites that I have. I used to work with Hagen when I was a pets vendor manager. And so I can pull up and say, okay, hey, what are the best sellers of Hagen? I want to check out those and maybe add those. I can also see the ones that are missing that I put in these UPCs. Now, we don't track 100% of the Walmart catalog. We track everything that sells, basically, everything that has any movement at all. But there are some deep in the tail that we don't track yet. So it's going to show that we don't have those in our database. But you can get all that rich information on a catalog, and that's really powerful. We're also right now just about done with where you'll be able to export this into a calculator, and it'll break down your exact profitability based on whether you're using WFS or Deliver or shipping on your own, and have all those fees in there calculated, so you can get these wholesale catalogs and in an instant know, can I make money on these things or not, and where should I push back to see if I can get better costs.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So lots of stuff going on. And one thing I'll mention kind of in the Amazon mantra is it's still day one. And we definitely feel that way. You know, we launched back in February of this year, and have made, I think, a ton of progress in just a few months. And, but we feel like we're just getting started. So we love feedback. We love it when people come and say, man, can you put this on your roadmap? Or could you guys do this for me? Or man, if you did this, it would be a game changer for me. We love those types of ideas and those types of emails. So send them our way.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So I'm going to bring us back on camera for just a second. Oops. There we go. We're back on camera. So I just want to know, like, for those of you that are watching, please tell me what you think of this tool. Please tell me what you think about the information that he shared. Let's just start with that. Like he shared some great information. I am going to plug two things. So we do have the eCom Sellers Academy workshops. It's a 2-part series. We had the first one, you get the recordings, and then we have the second one that is coming up on the 24th, which is next Tuesday. So you are more than welcome to join us next Tuesday for the workshops. There's only a 2-part series. But if you are ready to master Walmart, if you're ready to really take this Walmart, learning Walmart, mastering Walmart, getting approved on Walmart, creating listings on Walmart, doing bulk listings on Walmart, all of that fun stuff, learning how to do promotions and all of that, then you want to grab Mastery. Mastery is going to help you master Walmart. It has everything in it. It has everything that you need to know on how to get started on Walmart, how to set up your account, how to connect it to whatever integration that you plan on using, how to create listings, how to do everything, bulk listings, single listings, you name it, how to find profitable items, how to do promotions, how to get the 2-day, everything that you want to know about selling on Walmart is covered in the Mastery program. So you can grab that right now. I just want to encourage you to do that. You can just go to www.ecomsellersmastery.com right now and then click on the button to grab Walmart and just go ahead and sign up. So if you have questions, we're going to take your questions in the chat. Go ahead and type your questions. We're about to pull those up. The last thing I want to just remind you is just you can grab Dataspark right now for 50% off for the first 6 months. This is your opportunity to grab Dataspark, share feedback. Like Justin and his team are looking for feedback. So share feedback about what you think about the tool, how you're using the tool, how it's working for you, not working for you. And, if there's some things that you think will help make it easier for you to use as a seller. This is going to be a great Q4 to test. Like, I'm sure you're going to get a whole bunch of feedback because there's going to be a whole bunch of retail advertising, online arbitrage sellers. But even if you're doing private label, white label, like you can get information about some of your, the competitors. He's got a lot of data in that tool. So I am just going to put that out there in the universe. It doesn't matter what you're selling. So type your questions in the chat. I am going to, hold on. Let's see. So we have a question. Maybe it's a question or a comment. Do you have an estimated date when it will show on the spreadsheet?
Yeah. So if you, so we have 3 tiers. We have our free tier, and we don't do our 30-day sales estimate on the free tier. Then we have all the functionalities available in the 3 tier, and you get 5,000 tokens, which is roughly you can view 5,000 products. When you're on the basic tier, which is normally a $49 a month tier, you can get the 50% off and get it for about $25. That's where you're able to get the sales estimate on the product pages, on the Chrome extension, on the barcode scanner, all the individual product pools. You can get the sales estimate and the revenue there. If you want to get the sales estimates in bulk, that's on our power plan. So that's where you're able to export it from those big pools that we did, the bestseller view, and whatnot. And so that's where you have the power plan, which is normally $149 a month. You can get the 50% off and get it for $75 a month.
There you go. So if you're a person who's, selling a lot of stuff this Q4, maybe you got teams, maybe you're running a warehouse, like this is a great opportunity, because again, you literally can just target source what is the thing I would definitely go after is where Walmart is the only seller on the listing. I would go after that. They're going to eventually run out of inventory. And all that stuff that they put on clearance, like, oh, okay, grab it, put it back on Walmart. I'm just saying. So it's a great opportunity. All right. So someone said, okay, so someone said that this information was very helpful. Thank you for sharing. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I'm glad that you found this helpful. Then we have, they say I do have the basic. Okay, so they're so they're not seeing the sheet like yours.
So the basic is, like I said, it's going to show up on the product pages and on the individual pools, but it doesn't show up in the bulk view like I showed you. So on that spreadsheet, I'm assuming you're looking at the bestseller view. It won't show it in that bestseller view where you're seeing the full list of 1,000 items at once.
Okay. So,
but if you're still not getting it, feel free to ping me, Justin at dataspark.co, or you can see me on Facebook and instant message me, and I'm happy to kind of take a look at your account and see what you're looking at.
There you go. I feel like he's going to be very helpful to you. So I just have to ask those of you that are still watching. I know we've had people jump in, jump out, jump in, jump out. How many of you are actually interested in this tool, and how many of you are interested in selling on Walmart? Like, first of all, how many of you are already selling on Walmart, or you're like, okay, I need to add Walmart to my Q4 strategy? How many still need to add Walmart to their Q4 strategy? So just asking. You can go ahead and, share. If you don't want to share, we got to love. But how many want to add Walmart? Me. Okay. So I want you to add Walmart to your Q4 strategy. Now, how many think this tool is really going to take their business to like a completely different place, to a whole nother level? Because I'm telling you, you don't even have to ask, what am I supposed to sell? And where, like, you just open up the tool and do the research and go source, and open up the tool and go do the research and go source. Now, you do need to learn how to sell. So I am still going to put it out there in the universe. Like, if you want to master selling on Walmart, I do encourage you to go ahead and grab eCom Sellers Mastery, because it's your opportunity to learn how to master selling on Walmart. So you can just go to www.ecomsellersmastery.com, click on the second button, and go straight to Walmart and grab it. But we do have a 2-part workshop, that eCom Sellers Academy, and that is a 2-part workshop. You gain access to the first one, and then we'll have a second one, and that's it. But if you want to master Walmart, you want to crush it this Q4, Mastery is where it's at. Definitely.
Yeah. And Nicole, one other question, like you asked if people think it's going to be a game changer for their business. And I'm okay if you say, if not, that's great. But my follow-up question would be like, cool, what can we do that would make it a total game changer? We're sitting on terabytes of data. We know more about Walmart than anybody. And I'd love to hear, like, how can we frame this in such a way? We've had people come to us, and I love these challenges. We had one seller who literally, we kind of created a custom solution for them, and they are off onto a whole new trajectory because of how we've been able to combine our data and give them specifically what they need. So let us know. It doesn't hurt to ask. The worst we can do is say, no, we can't do that. But so throw it out there. Throw out your big ideas. What's the crazy, shoot the moon type of idea that you're like, if you could do this, boom, we would be set.
There you go. I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. So are you all looking at transitioning, or at least incorporating Canada? I know Walmart Canada has not got a lot of activity. They're trying to figure out the formula for Walmart Canada. So, how are you guys looking at that in the future? You're going to let them work it out first, and then you'll jump into Canada? What's the plan?
Yeah, we're Canada's a little ways off. We have more things like keywords is something we're getting into. We're actually grabbing all the data on keywords, and so you'll see keyword analytics. So it's just really, private label sellers really need that type of information, and so we'll have that. We're doing more to get our sales estimate even better and better, and a lot of roll-ups. So you can go and investigate a brand or a seller, including being able to go look up a seller and see all their listings as well. That we'll do there, and so that's a useful feature for a lot. So the roll-ups, more refined, and we've got a whole bunch of it. Like I said, the wholesale calculator is coming soon, so we want to get that out there for people.
Nice.
So yeah, got a lot of the native app that I mentioned to you for the scanner. We want to get that, and that's been a request, and that's coming up as well.
Okay. Okay. So if you have questions, I just want to know how many people are getting ready to get started on Walmart, or how many people are going to grab this tool. Like, how many are you going to grab the tool, and how many are you going to get started on Walmart? That's all I want to know. Like, seriously, let's get this going. Can we start free and upgrade later?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Really, you can start free and you have all of the functionality in there. All those features that we showed you are there. The only thing that's not there is we don't give the sales estimate, but you can still look at the reviews and kind of extrapolate from the reviews if it has demand or not. We have the sales rank to help you do that as well. So there's still some good information there to be able to estimate demand without the sales estimate. But that's really the only thing we hold back. And then you also have limited usage, and so you just need to be careful about your tokens. That's the only thing you don't get on the free plan.
You got limited usage. Okay. So I'm just going to raise my hand right now. I'm signing up. I'm signing up. I'm using my promo code. Okay.
Nice.
The second thing. So I'm going to sign up, and I am definitely going to be crushing it this Q4. We've already got major plans because we do bundles. So we already know we're running solo. We have no competition on bundles. Like, we just don't. Bundles, multi-pass, yeah.
Until people start using our tool and see that those bundles are doing well, and they're like, "Hey, I want a piece of that."
Yeah, so we don't have any competition. We just have to do really well with keywords and our SEO and our images and stuff like that. But this tool is going to help us be able to jump in on the things like, the one thing about bundles that I always teach, and if you haven't grabbed my bundles course, you can do that. But what is the key featured? If you're creating a bundle for the holidays, what is one of the key featured products that's in that bundle? What is the thing that's already getting the traction? And then you can put the complementary items around it. So what is the number one thing? And so this tool is going to help me find a boatload of key featured products. He's shaking his head, y'all. He worked for Amazon. Anyway, so he's shaking his head. So he's like, yeah, she got a game plan. So I'm just saying, what is the key featured product? And then I can put complementary products around that, and there my bundle is done. Like, I could actually expedite the creation of my bundles with your tool. Because I have your tool. I will be able to, like, if I wanted to create 10 bundles today, I literally could probably go create 20. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I will tell you, when I was on the Amazon devices business, Amazon would get so frustrated with Google because with the devices, like the Google Home Mini and versus the Amazon Echo, Google would create better bundles than what Amazon did and outsell Amazon and Best Buy and on the web, and it would drive them crazy because they were so good at bundles. Amazon's doesn't handle bundles very well for a bunch of technical reasons, and Google didn't have those constraints, and so they would do more and better bundles. So bundles is a big strategy. It's definitely one of the winning strategies.
Bundles is and multi-packs. Like, multi-packs are just an unsung hero, especially during the holidays. Like, people are not buying one Christmas bulb. I'm just going to give you an idea. People are not buying one Christmas bulb. They're not buying one candy cane. They are not buying, like, there's a whole bunch of stuff they're not buying one of. They're not buying one roll of wrapping paper. So people are buying multiples of these things. So if that gives you any idea. So when I'm researching, I check Amazon and Walmart to decide which I want to sell on, or if I want to sell on both platforms. Yeah, that's a great strategy, selling on both platforms or just selling on a singular platform. The one tip I will give you, and I know Michal Chapnick has given this tip multiple times, is, don't just copy your listing title and the description from Amazon over to Walmart. Change it up, do some different, make it more what Walmart is looking for. So I'll give you that tip if you want some more information. Sign up for one of our trainings, but definitely do that.
Yeah. And we'll have keyword information here shortly to help, because that is the thing I've been surprised is keywords are vastly different on Amazon versus Walmart. Like where gifts for women is one of the top keywords on Amazon, hardly even shows up on Walmart. It's, way down in the rankings, whereas gift for girls is much higher. Just what it is. You type in like tires on Amazon and you'll get an entirely different set of search results or different keyword suggestions in the type ahead versus Walmart. They're just very different. You can go see that for yourself as you just try typing in different keywords. Mm-hmm. So those listings, so that I'll give you one other tip too here. I was talking to an ex-Walmart executive who helped build Marketplace, and she was working with one of her clients. They help brands really stand out on Walmart. And one of her clients was struggling to get their toys to show up in toy search results. And so she was asking one of her friends at Walmart, what the heck is going on? Mm-hmm. And the friend said, well, okay, looked into it and said, here's what's happening. Because what was happening is pet toys kept showing up above regular toys. She's like, why would that be? Mm. She says, well, here's the tip I'll give you. Pet toy vendors do a better job of letting Walmart know that it's a toy than toy vendors do. Mm. And what she means by that is that whereas the Amazon algorithm is really smart and knows that it's a toy, the Walmart search algorithm does not. You assume that's in the toy category, that's part of the search algorithm, and it's not. It's about the title and the description. That seems like what it comes down to. And so if you want to show up for a toy keyword and you have a toy product, you dang well better have toy in the title. And most toy products don't, because it's just a given. Yeah. So there's like little things like that you have to realize that are subtle about Walmart versus Amazon. It's less algorithmic, or at least the algorithms aren't as developed. And so your title and description, you got to make sure you know which keywords you're trying to rank for and make sure those are in there somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. He just gave you some gold. Some of you need to rewind this. It was at 56 minutes. So you might want to rewind that, or 55 when you watch this again. So when are the keywords going to be in the tool? When is that going to be in the tool? When do you estimate? Not trying to put you on the spot, just asking a general question.
Yeah, I'm going to say 2 months away, unfortunately. I wish we could do it right away, but yeah, I'm going to say 2 months. Yeah.
So that means it's in time for October. Okay, it's in time for the beginning of Q4. It's just time.
That's a good challenge. Friday. That's a good challenge to give my team. These have to be out in time for Q4 to optimize the keywords. Yeah.
Well, idea. I mean, the middle of October is fine because it's the middle of August. But if it's November the 1st, that's the bomb, because then people are ready. People can get ready and they will be ready. So I don't know what else to say. The first thing I want to do is I want to invite you all to grab our training. I'm just going to say, but shameless plug. Yes, that we have a workshop. The workshop is next Tuesday, and it's the 2 parts. You gain the first one, and then you'll gain access to the second one. That's the first thing. But the second thing is, if you're really ready to crush it on Walmart this Q4, if you're done messing around and you want to master Walmart, first of all, so take this course. That's the first thing. Then after you take the course, well, you'll buy the tool, so then that way you can get familiar with the tool. I encourage people to learn whatever they're going to learn in August and September, so that when you get to October, you are ready to rock and roll. There is nothing like fumbling through some software and fumbling through a platform and don't fumble through anything when you get into October. Do all your fumbling now, mess up now, try to figure stuff out now. Don't wait until October. So go through the training now in the rest of August and September, finish your Walmart training, get the tool, learn the tool now. So then that way, when he has the keywords ready for you guys in the middle of October, you will literally be able to take off like a superhero in Marvel Comics. Okay? You can put your Thor cape on, because he flies, and take off in your business like a bottle rocket. I just want to encourage you to do that. That's what you should be doing. You're going to have an amazing Q4. Like these two combined, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. So, Mr. Justin, is there anything else you want to add to that?
I think we covered a lot of good stuff. Yeah, I mean, that is my tip, is like, just do it. Like, think of this of Amazon of 10 years ago, and of course you want to jump in, and yeah, it's going to be rocky. Of course there's going to be stuff that you're not going to love, but like, figure it out, get past those hurdles, and be one of the early trendsetters in the Walmart space. Because one thing I didn't mention is Walmart has announced that they're investing $14 billion into these spaces of like omni-channel automation and fulfillment, because they want to beat Amazon. You mentioned this at the beginning. They are ready to take on Amazon head to head, and they're doing it. And that's up from like $10 billion in 2021. It's 2022 is going to be $14 billion. So much money is going into this space, and follow the money, see where the puck is going. 14 billion moves mountains, and so Walmart is well positioned to take on, as you mentioned, they're now in the number 2 spot. They're growing at like 86% is what their forecast is for growth this year. So they're just going up and up. And so I've had a whole career. If you followed kind of where I was going with home improvement pets, I've always kind of been at the place where the hockey stick moment of where the puck is going. And I really love finding where I feel like things are about to really take off. And that's why I'm right here in the Walmart space, is because I think they've pulled all the pieces together you need to have a really thriving e-commerce marketplace business. So.
There you go. So I want you all to share this information with somebody. Share this on your wall. Share this in a group. Share it with somebody, because this tool is going to be game changer. If you've been sitting on the sidelines thinking about jumping into the e-commerce space, stop messing around. Do it now. Go ahead and grab the training. Go ahead and grab the tool. Get started in mastering the platform. Get started and getting comfortable with the tool, and jump in so that way you can be one of those people that can say, you know what? In October alone, I made $25,000 profit. In September and November alone, I made 50,000 or 100,000 or 200,000 in profit, whatever it is, as a beginner, because those are rare. And this tool is going to help you find the things that are moving. That is rare for people to be able to say that. I'm not making any promises. We're not making any guarantees. I'm just saying, if you do use the tools and you take massive, massive, massive action, anything is possible. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, if it were me, I mean, I know money's tight, but jump onto that power subscription for a couple of months, cost you $150. If it's not working at the end of 2 months, yeah, maybe it's not going to work, but that gives you all the functionality that we have to be able to go out and try to rock it for it's a $150 test, Yep. And we're here. We definitely want you to succeed. We only succeed if you guys succeed. So
hello,
let us know what you need.
All right. Well, I am so glad that Justin took the time to come hang out with me today. I am thankful for all of you that are watching. Please, check out the eCom Sellers Academy or eCom Sellers Mastery Training, either one of those. Go sign up for Dataspark. I'm signing up for it. I'll tell you guys what my numbers or how I did at the end of Q4. I'll tell you in January how I did at the end of Q4, because I'm signing up for it. I'm just telling you right now. Okay, I am. And I want to encourage you all to do the same. I appreciate you, Justin. I thank you for taking the time. And I'm going to say goodbye for now. This has been another episode of eCom Sellers Academy. We are going to say goodbye for now.
Thank you so much. Goodbye, everyone.